Hi everyone, stopping in to go live today. During the day I had a cancellation with a client this morning, so I just thought, well, now's the time. I may as well come and do something useful and jump in and talk tarot, for my tarot lovers. So I'll just give it a few moments and to see who's going to pop on. I've jumped on Spirit Events directories as well. Thought I might do a few readings while I'm at it too, so I'll just wait for a few people to jump in. Hello, Melanie. Is it Melanie? Can't see properly. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so good. Hi, Diane. How you doing? Just stopping in to do more of it's like a mini training as well as doing some readings as well. More so mini training and just giving you some insights, some coaching around how you can take your tarot to the next level, monetize your craft, as well as learning about the magician today, because he's such a beautiful card. And if I've got time, I'll do some free reads. Hi everyone. If I've got some time, I'll do some free reads. But yeah, first of all, so just a little bit of housekeeping. There's a couple of things. Okay, so first of all, I should just show you this because I think you'll be excited. So I'm going to pop the link in for this straight away. So this is, hi everyone. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. This is my free masterclass. Okay, so it's a free tarot masterclass. It's going to be next Friday morning, Perth time. It is a masterclass where I take you through the journey of the wands of the Mythic Tarot and how to do a soul purpose reading with the wands of the Mythic Tarot. You can come in with any deck during that live masterclass. It's on Zoom, so you do need to sign up. If you don't sign up, you won't get access to the Zoom training. So if you can't make that 9 o'clock time, I think it's 9:30 actually. If you can't make that 9:30 time, don't worry, because it will be recorded and it will get sent to your inbox. And then I also have what's called a pop-up Facebook group. So I'll put it in there as well, so that you can watch it in there if you can't make the session, but you really want to learn the tarot. So the link will be there. And of course, everybody who knows me and who knows how I work, my training is more around tarot, psychology, psychotherapy, counseling, healing. I use the cards more psychotherapeutically than what I do sort of in the context of fortune telling. That's not really my style of doing things. I'm not sure it's that helpful either. So that's in there. And so the other news, the other insightful news that I need to share with you is that my 9-month tarot therapy training and mentoring is still open. I've got 4 seats left for that. And it is an intensive 9 months journey, you, me, and a small group of women, where we take your tarot practice from tarot practitioner or beginner to tarot therapist. So you're going to learn 7 different modalities, and these modalities are psychotherapeutic modalities, and you'll learn how to implement them in your soul work, in your service in tarot therapy. So you're moving away from those one-off readings, fortune telling style of stuff where people are looking for a quick fix, where you can create residual income and packages for your clients that can return and actually have healing sessions with you, where you can hold space for real change and transformation. This is the problem with tarot, and it's an unregulated industry. So you've got all sorts of people out there giving readings and doing these sessions, making these false predictions, and basically, sorry for use of a better word, talking shit to people, and with no therapeutic background. They don't even have basic counseling 101 skills, handing out, shelling out advice to people. It's really unethical. So I've created this 9-month course, and it is really for those of you who want to stand out as professionals in tarot therapy. Plus, you'll have all of these extra modalities that you can bring into your practice. So the link for that is not here. It's on the top of the live, but I'll put another link in. I'll put another link in here. Is that it? There it is. There it is. So I'll put a link in here. Yeah, I'm very proud of that course. It's definitely something that has been an absolute labor of love. And I just long to take you deeply on this journey, on this tarot journey with me. It's about embodying the craft and the art. It's not enough to just conceptualize it and rote learn the cards. It really isn't enough. If you want to go out there and make a difference and become a spiritual counselor or healer or leader, then it's got to be an embodied practice. You need to take your time and work with the cards deeply through your own psychological journey and through your own shadows, like to work with them to uncover hidden material, to get to know yourself more deeply. And then you bring all of that wisdom to your practice, to your clients, where you can meet your clients at that level too, in that deep place as well. So yes, it's such a beautiful course. So it's there. So I wanted to talk to you today about the magician. So the magician, I will do some readings afterwards, perhaps if I've got time, but I want to talk about this. I want to talk to you about the magician. You're going to get a lot from this card just from me discussing this card. Here's the thing with tarot therapy. You can go deep on one card. You could spend 1 hour with a client and go deeply on one card and uncover so much content, so much unconscious material, and help them move through so many blocks just using one card. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to call on the magician. So who is he? In astrology, he's known as Mercury, and he's also Zeus. This is Zeus in the Mythic Tarot. He's also Zeus's messenger. So just to put some context to his messages, Zeus is also in astrology is known as the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of spiritual aspirations, intuition, psychic revelations, expansion. I usually use the word supersize me. And so Zeus, given that he's Zeus's messenger, he brings messages to you that enable you to grow and evolve and expand and to gift you with signals and signs, to give you insights about your path, your soul purpose path, what you've come here to achieve and to do in this lifetime. So the magician is a messenger, and he's not just any old messenger. His messages are his delivery of these messages are incredibly professional. Okay, so what do I mean by that? This is all about bringing all of your energy. He's sending you signals and messages to you to bring all of your energy, to direct all of your energy onto a path. He's trying to give you directions. Now, when the magician gives you his signs and his signals, they are obvious. He's a professional at this. It'll be the song that comes on the radio. It'll be the book that crosses your path. It'll be the conversation that you have with somebody that just happens to have the information that you need. Or it'll be the phone call that you instinctively had some knowledge somewhere, and knowing inside of you that somebody was going to contact you, and then they just do. So the magician wants to bring you closer to your soul purpose. He's trying to invite you to be an audience, to be a participant in his magical revelations. And for you to receive, he needs an audience. He needs you to listen. He needs you to take notice. So his messages are an invitation to collaborate with spirit, to collaborate with your guides, to collaborate with the signs and the signals. Now, the key with Mercury, with this card, the key to receiving these messages is that you need to interpret them. Mercury doesn't care how they land. He just wants to get the message to you. And of course, these messages come from Zeus. This is about expansion. How can you expand your reality? How can you become more of who you are? How can you fulfill your soul purpose? Where are you being led to be more in alignment with the truth of your being, to become your most authentic self? So his messages, he just gives you the message, and then it's up to you to make meaning of it. It's up to you to utilize the message in its highest frequency. One of the questions I was asked in my astrology training, which I think is just such a beautiful question for this card, in terms of how you can interpret the messages from Mercury in its most highest frequency. We can interpret them from a place of love, from a place of heart consciousness, or we can interpret them from a place of fear. The message that I received, I remember learning in my astrology training, was the question she asked us was, how is your mind beautiful? And this is the most valuable way of interpreting Mercury's messages, to come from a place of love, to come from a place of high frequency. So you have an option. You can interpret his messages as they land from a place of fear, take it as a warning sign, or you can take it as a signal for love. Where is love leading you? Where is love guiding you? How can your mind interpret these messages in their most beautiful, highest frequency? So when Mercury crosses your path, he is about you being at the crossroads of your life, where you have an opportunity now to bring all of your scattered energy together and to direct it onto a path. And his messages will be obvious to you. Spirit does not want to confuse you. It's not interested in creating cryptic messages for you. Spirit makes the messages super, super simple for you. And the instruction is generally going to stretch you out of your comfort zone, because if you want to grow and evolve, you can't keep doing the same old thing that you've always done. We're here to grow and evolve and to have experiences. And so when Mercury gives you his messages, they're usually messages of expansion. How can you expand your reality? How can you become more of who you are? What do you need to do to grow yourself, to grow your practice, grow your business, grow your art, develop your, maybe it's about study, maybe it's about upskilling in your career. What do you need to do to become more of who you are, to have a deeper connection with yourself? This deeper connection with yourself is not really about expanding outwards. It's about, or maybe I'll say it like this, expanding your opportunities or becoming more is really about going deeper within yourself, knowing yourself more deeply. And Mercury provides opportunities on your path to do that, signs and signals on your path to help you develop, to help you become more of who you are. So he's really, as I said, he's very skilled at giving the messages for you. My question to you would be this, what messages have you received recently that have just been in your face, that have been so obvious that you might be scared? Maybe you're interpreting the message from the place of fear. I'll repeat, Mercury doesn't care how it lands. You're the one that makes meaning of it. You're the one that gets to interpret it and use it for its highest frequency. Highest frequency is in a place of expansion and growth and evolving who you are. Yeah, it's such a great card. I love him. Yeah, so when he shows up, he is about you starting a new chapter, starting a new beginning, starting a new project, a new course, a new training, a new job, a new business idea. And this is about bringing all of that energy onto the path and making it happen. He's a beautiful card, fabulous card. So let me talk to you a bit about tarot. So I came on this live not really just to give you free readings. I mean, you can just pull a card from your own deck and just give yourself a free reading if you wanted to. I came here to actually do a training. I will do some readings in a minute, but I came here also to do a training. And I wanted to teach you how you can actually monetize tarot and how to give yourself an accurate reading, or how to give others an accurate reading. There are there are four that I've written down here, but 3 key elements to doing accurate readings for people. And one of them is to know the hero's journey, to understand what the hero's journey is, because it's a consistent journey that we all go through in a lifetime. It's an archetypal journey that we all experience in a lifetime that takes us from being from the conscious place of what we think we know into a deep place of initiation to discover what we didn't know and what we now know, into a place of revelation and self-actualization. And we continue this journey over and over and over again in a lifetime. If you sit back and consider all of your incredible successes, whatever that might mean to you, whatever success means to you, if you sit back and consider all of your incredible successes that you've had in your lifetime, it hasn't come from, or maybe I should say it like this, it has come from deep initiations in the underworld, deep initiations into places of pain, suffering, loss, difficulties, challenges. We don't have those successes without going into the belly, into the deep belly. Sometimes I call it the manure, the shit creek. We don't reach those successes without developing in this place of deep, deep transformation. And this place is the place of initiation, and you can't avoid that in a lifetime. If you were to map out your history, your successes versus your difficulties, you'll see there'll be this kind of up and down pattern, because each success is precipitated by these deep transformations that happen in this difficult place. So the key to understanding and to be able to do accurate readings one of the keys is to understand the hero's journey. And if you understand the hero's journey, and when your client is speaking to you and revealing to you about what's going on in their life, you'll be able to sort of get an understanding, an insight into where they might be on that map. If you understand where they are on that map, then you can make intelligent and accurate predictions about where they're likely to head to next. So if they're just heading down into shit creek, you know what's going to happen, that they'll be going through some deep places at states of transformation, for example. So the other key element to being able to read your cards accurately. Absolutely, Jocelyn. Yeah, it's so true, isn't it? Jocelyn said, I totally agree. We all have to go through difficulty to reach success. Yeah, if you map out your successes and your difficulties, you'll see a pattern. It's really fascinating if you just map that out and have a look. So one of the other key elements, the second one, number 2, is to know the rites of passage in each of these cards. Or, for example, to know the rites of passage, or to understand what the psychological journey of each card is. If you understand the psychological journey, you know what will be the outcome for that client once they have mastered the lesson of that card. And so you can give them insights about probable realities that will be birthed from that card, from the rite of passage in that card. If you understand what the lesson is and what the message is of that card, you can give them accurate predictions about what the outcome will be as after they've mastered that lesson in that card. Okay, so we're following on from this hero's journey now. Each of these cards have a rite of passage, an initiation into a life experience that we all have to experience in a lifetime, like death or birth or judgment, or there's 22. I mean, I'm not going to go through the 22 cards of the major arcana. So, number 3, if you understand the journey of the trumps of the major arcana, if you know the order and you understand the journey of the major arcana, then you can make predictions about what comes next. So let's say, for example, you got the Hermit card in a reading. Let me show you what the Hermit looks like. I can find it quickly. Where is he? Yeah, let's just say you got the Hermit card in a reading. Now, the Hermit card represents self-reflection, contemplation. I call it the card of the existential crisis, where you are literally asking yourself, is this the right relationship I'm going, am I in the right relationship? Am I fulfilling my sole purpose? Is this the job that I want? Is this the employment that I really want to be doing? Is this the country I want to be living? Is this the house I want to be living? Is this the lifestyle I want to be leading? This is the card of deep reflection and self-realization, or the preparation for self-actualization. But before we make any significant changes in our life, we have to do these self-reflective practices. It's just natural order. This is what happens. Before we make any significant changes, we usually reflect on those changes first, or the possibilities, or reflect on where life is working for us and where it's not working for us. What comes after this card is the crisis event that changes the course of your destiny. So if we understand the order of the cards, then we can understand the psychological journey that your client is going on, which means that, again, you can make accurate predictions about what's likely to come next. It's not enough to learn the meanings, the divinatory meanings of the cards. It's not enough. If you want to be a skilled tarot therapist and not pull shit out of thin air, making predictions up because through some pulling, I'm just going to use the words, pulling shit out of thin air, you're going to lose clients. You're not going to retain your clients. It's not enough to rote learn the cards. You need to understand these cards deeply. You need to understand the psychological patterns of the cards. And you understand them more deeply when you do your own personal journey work with the cards, which is what I do on my 9-month course. I take you deeply on the journey of the Mythic Tarot, where you work through all of these rites of passages, personally, spiritually, so then you can come to your tarot practice and meet your clients in a really deep and profound place. Plus, you learn 7 different modalities to help your clients move through those initiations, those challenges, so they can have their successes, so they can reach their successes in their life. So if you want to monetize this craft and move away from these one-off sessions, which is not beneficial for your clients, honestly, it's not beneficial for your clients. If you're doing one-off sessions, what usually happens, yes, your client might have a breakthrough. That's great. Fabulous. Good news. Excellent. And then what they do is that they just generally just do nothing with it. And then it just goes away and done. That's it. It's not enough just to have one session. We all know that. We all know that. Change is, it takes more than one session to create change. And actually, it's beneficial for your business to do collaborative packages for your clients, because it also provides income for you. So you can sustain your business and give people the best packages, the best services, and your clients actually get to have real significant change because they've done continued work to consolidate the breakthrough that they had in their first session. It's not enough to just do a one-off session, and you're fooling yourself if you think that's enough. Okay, there is the occasional person that comes in that have had, they might have had a series of sessions with other therapists, and they come in and have your reading and a light goes on. But they've probably have done a lot of personal work up to that point. But most people haven't. Most people haven't. And I guess the question that you want to ask yourself around, how many sessions should you do, or how many sessions should you have? Well, I guess the question is, how long is a piece of string? So it depends on the client's willingness to do the personal work and your willingness to show up on the deepest level to support them through that. You can only meet your clients as to the depth that you've been yourself. You can only really hold space for your clients to go through these changes and transformation at the depth that you've done that for yourself, that you've been able to achieve that in yourself. So my 9-month tarot course is really, it's not just me training you, business coaching you, teaching you how to set up a private practice and teaching you these 7 modalities, but it's also you doing the personal journey work. That's where the real magic happens. That's where you really can meet your clients at a really deep and profound place. It is not enough to rote learn the cards. It's not enough to just go and do a weekend workshop. It's unethical. It's unethical practice. So my course is now trademarked. By the end of the year, it'll be a registered training. No one else will be able to use the term tarot therapy. That will be a privilege to you doing my course. It'll be a registered, certified course through me, obviously. I've got a lawyer involved. It's going to be like beautifully set up by the end of the year. I'm so thrilled about how it's evolving. I put my heart on the line for this. If you'd like to join the course, I've only got 4 seats left. That's it, 4 seats left. And the early bird finishes on June 21. So you're going to save $500 if you sign up before the early bird. Otherwise, you can come and do my free masterclass, which I'll put the link in here. I've got a free masterclass coming up next Friday, where I'm going to go through the psychology of the wands, of the Mythic Tarot. And you're going to learn the journey, the rite of passage of the wands. Honestly, if you don't understand the psychological journey of the wands, you shouldn't be, of the cards in general, you shouldn't be reading. Don't read for people. Go and learn. Go and get some reputable training. You need it if you're going to be reading for other people and you're charging money. It's unethical practice if you haven't got the right training. Ethical practices. If you haven't had those, haven't had the training, the right training, it's so important. Just the industry is so unregulated. It's dangerous. It is dangerous. Anyway, okay. How are we going for time? All right, well, I'll do a couple of free readings and then I've got to head off because I've got a class I'm running, a tarot therapy class I'm running. So I'll jump in and do a free read and then a couple of free reads. It is very sad. Jocelyn just said a lot of people charge money, but they only have done a day of learning, and it's very sad. It is. I think the problem is, as I said, it's really unregulated. My background's in psychology, psychotherapy, narrative therapy, hypnotherapy, counselling. I've invested a lot of time, energy, money and resources into training, and I continue to do my own private healing work in the background as well to ensure that I can meet you at that deep place. Every time I do my personal journey work, I understand my cards more deeply. We're not meant to rush through this. You just can't, to be honest. You can't reach that depth of understanding of the cards by rushing through it, by doing a weekend workshop. It's not enough. It isn't enough. Yeah. Anyway, if you're just doing it for novelty and for fun, fine. But if you're going to go out there and start reading for people, then you better make sure that you have some proper practices in place. You're playing with people's lives. Yeah, all right. Well, let me do a few readings before I go. So I'll read for Nicole. Hi, Nicole. So life is just so negative at the moment. Can I please have a reading or a card? Okay, let me just see what card I can choose for you. Oh, excuse me. Okay, Nicole, the first card, you've got 2 pentacle cards. I picked 2 pentacles for you. The first thing I want to say about this card, this is the card of the miser. This is the card. The message around this card is that you need to invest your time, your money, your energy, and your resources into taking yourself to the next level. You need a new challenge again. You need to challenge yourself. Sometimes this card will come up when we're too scared to invest. We're too scared to do something new. We're too scared to utilize our money and our resources to invest in ourselves. We're kind of like holding on to what we've got in fear that we're not enough, that you maybe think of this card as the scarcity mindset card. I'm not enough. I don't have enough. It's not enough. All the not enoughs. You're telling yourself that you're not enough. I would encourage you with this card to start thinking about where you might want to invest your time, your money, your energy and resources to grow you, to take yourself out of this place that you're in so that you can emotionally free yourself up again. Holding on to money and being tight and not giving to yourself is similar to holding on. Well, it goes hand in hand, holding on to this emotional energy that's damming up the flow for you. It's preventing opportunities coming to you. You're preventing life from flowing through you. So sometimes when this card comes up, I will say to people that, where do you want to invest? What have you been looking at? What do you want to do? What are you scared of investing in, but you actually really secretly want? So this card here, you've got the Three of Pentacles here. I feel this is about a certification for you. I feel this is about some kind of training that you should go in and invest and let yourself have it. Maybe it's my tarot course. I don't know. I picked these cards randomly. Whatever it is, Nicole, you're being nudged to just take a risk and go for it. You'll be recognized for these skills. Look, this guy's getting paid money. This is certifications, recognition. But it's going to require you to make an investment, to let go a bit and let yourself have what you want. Let yourself have it, because you will get certified and you will get recognized. You will make money from it, 100%. This is your confirmation on that. Okay, next person. Hi, Jocelyn. Yes, I'll read a card for you. Okay, so don't forget, I've got my free masterclass here, free tarot masterclass. If you want to see how I work and see what you could learn with me, there's my free tarot masterclass there. It's on next week. If you can't make the class, don't worry, it's going to be recorded. And I've got like a private pop-up group, Facebook group, where the Zoom recording will be in there. You can't just turn up to the pop-up group. You've actually got to sign up, because the masterclass will be on Zoom. It's not going to be on Facebook. It'll be on Zoom, and then I'll upload the Zoom and put it into Facebook. But if you want to sign up, if you want to be a part of it, the link is there, and it's free. Yeah, and the class will be available for 48 hours. So you'll have 48 hours to watch it. Okay, let's read for Jocelyn. And if you do sign up, just know, if you've been sitting on the fence wondering if you should do my course, there'll be a beautiful offer in there for you. Okay. Oh, Jocelyn. Okay, so this is about, you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and this card is about collaborating with life. It is really common for people in the New Age kind of arena, the spiritual psychic groups, and they sort of use this language like, I'm waiting for the universe said, or the universe, I'm waiting for the universe to send me a sign, or universe did it to me. The message of this card is that we have to move away from this kind of idea that life is happening to you. The message of this card is life is moving through you, and you need to become a collaborator with Mercury, with the magician who I was talking about at the beginning of this reading. This is what we know as the crisis card. This is the card of changing the course of your destiny, that you are being called to turn the wheel. Whatever you're doing now, whatever's happening right now, is not for your highest good, and you're being called to turn the wheel. Sometimes this card will come up when life will actually pull the rug out from underneath you if you don't do it, where situations show up where you're actually forced to turn the wheel. I'm encouraging you to become a conscious collaborator with spirit, with life, with the universe, and collaborate, because what life wants for you, or what the universe wants for you, is actually what you want for you as well. But you've got to be the one to turn the wheel. You can't wait for the wheel to turn for you. You've got to turn this wheel. So you might want to ask yourself with this card, all of you who are watching this reading right now, where do you see yourself on this wheel? Now, where are you on this wheel? How do you need to turn the wheel? Are you on the way up, or are you on the way down? If you're on the way down, you're about to have an initiation, or you might be currently going through an initiation. which means we know that what comes after the initiation is this sacred elixir, this medicine that you're on. You're going to receive something really deeply profound from this. For some of you, if you feel like you're on the way down, it is that you're in preparation for this major transition, a major initiation. Change and transformation, Jocelyn, is not generally easy. It's messy, it's chaotic, it's difficult, it can be painstaking, and it can be liberating, and it can be freeing, and it can be all of these amazing things as well. But yeah, this card is definitely about you taking life, grabbing life, taking life in your hands, and actually making some significant changes, turning that wheel and changing the course of your destiny. You're being called to that. Sometimes when this card comes up, I picked this card for you as well, is that sometimes we have to make a plan. And so you're being called to plan this, but it might be that you mustn't tell everybody about this. You've got to kind of do this behind the scenes, plan behind the scenes. And when you're ready to reveal this, you'll probably have some anxiety, but don't worry, everything will work out in your favor, and it'll definitely clear your karma. It'll clear your karma. It will take you to a place where you will have this, a new, an ending of difficult times. But you've got to make that. You've got to be the one to take control of your destiny. You can't wait for it to happen to you. That's your message, Jocelyn. Okay. So, how did I make predictions? I knew what came next after those cards. I knew the rites of passage of those cards, and I also knew the journey of the swords and what's likely to unfold after the 7, which enabled me to make predictions. This is the intelligent way of reading, everyone. You don't have to pull shit out of thin air. If you understand the psychological journey of the cards, then you can become a standout tarot therapist reader. We have return clients because you're not pulling shit out of thin air. You're basing it on real insights. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I'll read for Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Yes, I'll draw a card for you. So let's pick a card for Teresa. Teresa, this is the card of windfalls, of gifts. Sometimes this card comes up when we've been through difficult times, when we might have experienced some kind of loss, something has left your life, or you've had to start again, or there's been some kind of challenge and where you've experienced this sense of loss. When this card comes up, you're being promised that there's a gift coming. So either you've currently been offered something, or there's a gift that's landed in your lap. There's some kind of reward, some kind of something tangible that's about to cross your path, or already has. And this is the promise that you will receive. So, even though you might have been through some difficult times, this is the promise that you are going to receive, and opportunities will be birthed from this for you. The other card that I've got for you is no looking back. This is about moving forward now, being determined to continue to forge forward on your path, to stay true to what you actually want. No looking back. You have to, this guy, he's got a very mature outlook. He's clear on his direction. You're being called to stay clear on what you want and make a decision about how you're going to forge forward, and just continue to do that. No more looking back into the past. Yes, you can't avoid conflicts, but this is the determination to face life head on. That is your message. Excuse me. Yeah, so my 9-month program is online. So it's a 2.5-hour session that we do every week for 9 months, where we meet on Zoom and we go through all of these cards one by one, slowly and beautifully and deeply, as well as learning the therapeutic techniques that you can apply and you can use in your private practice. Like I do have a private practice, so that you can create packages and residual income, meaning that people pay for more than one package. So I don't do my counselling sessions anymore as one-off sessions. I don't do them. I always sell them as packages, and they sell. And they sell. That's the only way I'll do it. And because it benefits my client, 100% it benefits my client and it benefits me too. It works both ways. So hi, Erica. Lovely to see you. All right. So I will read for, I'll read for Erica. Hi, Erica. Yeah, it's interesting with tarot, how many people have looked at my tarot training, and they may have been somewhat scared, thinking that potentially the course is too advanced or something along those lines. The course is designed to meet you at any level. So you can be a beginner or advanced. It doesn't really matter, because the course isn't traditional tarot reading. It's based on tarot therapy. You're not going to learn this anywhere else. I'm the only person currently in the world that's doing this training, which is why I've trademarked the course and registered it. I'm the only one with these training materials that's actually doing this. And so you won't learn this anywhere else. It's provided me with a six-figure business. I'm not, I don't really like talking about money, but that's the truth. Doing tarot therapy has enabled me to make a successful income where I can provide for my daughter. I'm a single mum. I lost everything. At one point, I lost everything. I had to start all over again. In 1 year, I built out my business, bought a home, had the money, I didn't buy the home. I had to get a mortgage, but it enabled me to get the deposit, everything sorted within 1 year. And that was during COVID. Do you remember who remembers 2020? Who remembers that? How bad it was. Or at that time, all of my work was in-house. It wasn't even online. So I had to completely restructure everything. And at that point, I was only making 50K a year. I wasn't even in the 100K mark. Yeah, it was a scary time. Yeah, it is amazing. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been teaching tarot for 30 years or reading tarot for 30 years. So you want to learn from somebody who's actually living what you want. And the ethical practices, it just matters. It matters. That's why I've got a good business, because it's ethical and professional practice. Okay, let's read for Erica. You're starting all over again as well, are you, Erica? Well, this is a great place where you can actually build from a much more authentic. This is what usually happens when we go through these rites of passage, where we go through these initiations. What's really happening is we're becoming more authentic, we're becoming more true, we're becoming more of who we are, which means that when we rebuild, rebuild from a place of authenticity and truth, our true nature. So this is a gift. This initiation of starting all over again is a gift. You get to be more real about what you want now. It's really exciting, actually. Yeah, so let's see what cards come up for Erica. Oh, wow. Just to confirm, Erica. So the card that you've got here is the Moon card. Now, when the Moon card comes up in a reading, people generally romanticize this card. They see themselves, they're howling at the moon, and it's, do your spells and manifestations and all of that sort of stuff. But the Moon card is a place of anxiety. It is a place of the unknown. It's a place of swimming in this collective unconscious, in this sea of possibilities. Nothing feels certain. Everything feels kind of all over the place. It's the card of the sacred transition. And this is that place when we're moving from one life, where one life is dissolving and one life is starting to manifest, but you're in the middle. You're in that transitionary place. And I kind of like to think of this card being like a caterpillar in a chrysalis, that your wings are still developing. And you need to give yourself time and to just think of this in-between phase as a divinely intelligent process that you're currently going through, preparing you for your rebirth, preparing you for this next stage of the journey, which is going to require you to make a pretty big decision that is going to move the needle. When this card comes up, it really is about having to make some of those decisions that you know that you're scared of, but you know is actually going to make significant change. It's actually going to do that's going to take you to the place that you need to go to, but it's going to require you to face something that scares you. It scares you. Sometimes, we might even think of this card as entering the cave, as Joseph Campbell, I'm going to fuck it up. Joseph Campbell said something along the line, the treasure you seek is in the cave you most fear. And this is kind of the message of this card. You need to make a decision and be brave and do the thing. Just go ahead and do the thing. This is, you've been sitting in this transitionary stage. To move out of the transition, a decision is going to have to be made. Take all the time you need here, because what I know about this card, what is meant for you will be for you. And the anxiety around what we swim in when we're in this card is, will I get what I want? Is it possible for me? Can I have what I want? All your fears come up. Think of the moon at night, casting shadows, right, on the trees, and the trees look like monsters, but they're just trees. They're just trees. So we have to face our own fears and realize they're not as big and scary as what they think they are, as what we think they are, which means having to make that decision. So the decision will be, what is your next step, Erica? What do you need to do? What do you need to grow yourself? What do you need to do that you've been avoiding, that you know is going to change your circumstances? That's the decision that needs to be made. Okay. Thanks, Gabby. Gabby said, I love listening to these. Yes, you can have a card. Sometimes I'll say to my clients when they don't know, I say the I don't know is a portal. It's a portal. And can we just sit there for a bit? Because it's in the I don't know actually where you do know. It's just you're afraid to go there and to sit in the discomfort of what's actually there and to tend to what is actually there. Change isn't easy. Listen, if change was that easy, if transformation was that easy, we'd all be, multi-millionaires probably living on Maui sipping bloody pina coladas, right, with our feet up. Or I'd have the hottest body. I'd be like super fit with the hottest body, ripped body. If change was that easy, did I see a troll comment? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Must be on my other page. I didn't see any troll comment. No, I didn't see anything. If change was that easy, we would, anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. We're distracted with the troll comment. No, I didn't see anything. Anyway, let's read back up a bit. What is it? You got a troll. Well, they haven't hung around because you can't see anything. Oh, no. No, I can't see it. That's weird, isn't it? Can't see it. No, I didn't see it. J. It was J. Oh, okay. We'll just block user. What did he say? I didn't even read it. I just saw demonic. Oh, gosh. What, I don't actually care. I don't actually care. But isn't it interesting, hey, that people that vomit that stuff on you are vomiting demonic energies onto you. They're the demon, hey? They're the one that's bringing this negative, yucky vibe into the setting. They're actually like projecting their own darkness within. We've all got darkness within us, all of us. That's where we can meet ourselves at the most deepest level. That's where we get to have the deepest transformations, when we go and hang out in the dark for a bit and see what the fuck's there. What are we saying to ourselves? That guy's probably incredibly afraid of his sexuality, and he probably has had some kind of deep traumatic experience around, sorry, just being blunt. Yeah, it's not good, is it? Anyway, moving up. All right, so who am I reading for? Gabby. Thanks, Joy. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. Okay. Gabby. Oh, okay, Gabby. So this card will often come up when we might be reflecting back on the past, and maybe even, you know, part of the messaging around this card is maybe even trying to find ways to reconcile the past, to come to terms with what happened, and to find some forgiveness and to find some peace, to make peace with the past. So your first message today is about making peace with the past. And sometimes this card will come up too when we're thinking about old lovers or old relationships. And sometimes they even come knocking on our door. It's not really a sign to get back with them. It's more of a sign to sort of clear up any old karma there that you need to make peace with. So this card is really about, you know, making peace with your heart. Making peace with your heart. And she's in, this girl here, her name is Psyche. Her name refers to soul. Psyche in Greek means soul. And she's sitting on this rock in preparation, preparing for this next leg of her journey, where the fantasy of the past has fallen away. She's no longer living in this dream stage. She's realistic now about her future and about what's possible. And she still believes in love. She still believes in love. And because of this belief, she now knows that she has to develop her own sense of agency and sovereignty, and she has to become the very thing that she's seeking in matters of the heart. But first of all, she has to make peace with the past. So that's your first message. The second message for you is that there is someone coming in, but it's probably likely to be something a bit more temporary rather than long-term. The other message with this card is that you're being called to the healing arts. Now, I don't know if you're already doing the healing arts, but this is your nudge to be called to the healing arts. Now, the healing arts comes in many forms. You can be, you know, healing arts could be talking therapies, it could be tarot therapy, it could be spiritual healing, maybe Reiki healing, maybe naturopathy, but you're being called to the healing arts. And this is one of the healers in the Mythic Tarot. And he's really grounded in his practice, and he's happy to work one-to-one. He's happy to work with on the frontline services. This is somebody who you're being called to bring attention to the practical elements of your craft, that maybe this is about you developing your craft, and it brings money. You probably can't see, I don't think you can, there's a grain of wheat there in his hand, which is the promise of success, So yeah, that's your message for today. Oh, you've been struggling with anxiety at the moment, Gabby. That's hard, isn't it? Yeah, it's really common, hey? Anxiety is one of the most common clinical issues in society, anxiety and depression. Yeah, it's you know, anxiety sometimes I think is a bit of an alarm system, hey? And sometimes it can be a nervous system response when we're not getting enough rest. We don't know how to regulate our nervous system. And yeah, you know, resting is vital, really important. We live in a society where we're just really pushed, hey, to work hard, pay the taxes, make the government lots of money. This work ethic that's unhealthy, and yeah, and it is anxiety provoking. Money is anxiety provoking because we kind of relate it to survival, don't we? In a modern society. And yeah, we're driven to continue to work and earn, to keep a society functioning, to keep the taxes flowing. It is difficult. You know, this matrix that we live in can be incredibly challenging and anxiety provoking for sure. Yeah, Gabby, I would encourage you to get as much rest as possible and potentially get involved in doing some healing or some healing work, not just for you personally, but to give you something to I feel that you have a natural skill in the healing arts. That card wouldn't have come up if you didn't. And start working on developing some new skills so you can break free from this matrix. It's the best thing I ever did, working for myself. I just love it so much. Yeah, I still have to pay taxes and all that bullshit. My tax bill was fucking ginormous. The last one, you'd die if I told you how much I had to pay. But that's, obviously that's relative to the money that I've made this year. But yeah, it's a lot. Hey, the government's certainly making a lot of money out of me. I don't just pay for GST, but I've got to pay income tax on top of that as well. It's full on. Anyway. All right. So, Gabby, let's pick some cards for you. Oh, did I read for Gabby? I did. I read for Gabby, didn't I? Did I read for you, Gabby? I'm just a bit confused. Who did I just read for? I did read for Gabby, didn't I? I need to read for somebody else. Just got confused. I was stuck on you, Gabby. Ready to do some more readings. Did I read for Gabby? I'm confused. Did I? Somebody tell me, did I? Instead of just people saying thank you. Did I? Nobody's going to let me know. Nobody cares. All right, well, then I must have. I did. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Yes, I did. Thanks, everyone. We're completely confused. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Lovely to see you here. So, yeah, let's do some reads. Let's do some more reads. Whoops, card. Oh, 2 cards flew out. I reckon they must have been for you, Lisa. They just flew out of the pack. So let's see what they are. Oh, beautiful cards. The best. Love these cards. Okay. The first card that I've got for you is the Hierophant. Now, in astrology, there's an asteroid called Chiron, and this guy's also known as Chiron as well. He's known as the wounded healer. And in astrology, this asteroid refers to the wound that doesn't heal. We all have maybe like a weak spot in our lives. We've all got this kind of weeping wound that we have to tend to every so often. But this weeping wound is an incredible portal. It's a place where every time it begins to weep and we need to tend to it, that it takes us so deeply into the center of our being, into the pain and suffering. That's the hard part of it, into the pain and suffering, but also into deep levels of awareness of our soul purpose, of the way in which we're making meaning of our life, our connection to God, our connection to what we've come here to do in this lifetime. Every time this wound becomes activated, it is an opportunity to get to know yourself so deeply. This is the card of the healer. This is the card of somebody like yourself who is incredibly skilled in the healing arts, and that you really, if you're not already doing this, I would be encouraging you to get involved in coaching, counseling, do my tarot therapy course, do something that will enable you to get out there and share your medicine. Now, the message of this card is that you have, through the wound, through this place, this portal, this place where you go to every so often to tend to the wound, through this portal, you have your own incredible gift to give to the world. And it comes through the difficulties and the challenges, those initiations that I was talking about at the very end, those initiations. And this card really does represent your purpose in this lifetime. You're not here to play small, Lisa. You're here to make a big impact and to really serve and help people. But to do that, you've also got to tend to your own wounds as well. All of the incredible therapists, mentors, coaches, spiritual leaders, spiritual teachers out there, they're incredible because they do the personal work as well, and they bring all of that wisdom. That's the real knowledge. That's the big knowledge, the big wisdom. They bring all of that healing work to their practice. And that's how they bring depth and meaning to their work, because they've done the work. This is your message, hey? And it's a big one. I love this card. I just love it so much for you. Trust your instincts around the work that you need to be doing. Now, the Chariot. We've also got another major card for you. The Chariot is about life, taking life in your hands. And the Chariot is the carrier of experience. You're here not to seek perfection, Lisa. It's not about being perfect. This is about you. This is about you having experiences. The ride isn't over yet. There's a big journey ahead of you, and you are being called. This card is in the sign of, this card's ruled by Mars, and Mars is the planet of ambition, of action, of passion, desire, being driven by your purpose, being driven by your passions. And the two horses there represent the unconscious drive and the conscious drives. Think of the unconscious as the goal-getter, what you deeply know within yourself that you just can't stop thinking about. That's always there, no matter what you do. That's what you're here to manifest in this lifetime. And the white horse is the goal planner. This is you that puts the strategies in place to make it happen. And you've got to balance these horses. It can't be one and not the other. It's got to be both. You've got to learn how to balance this chariot so that you can make those achievements. This is a very ambitious card. And there's nothing wrong with having ambition in your lifetime. You're being called to your soul purpose. And this is such a big, these two cards together are so powerful, so powerful. I hope that you trust this message and that you go all in, because you're not meant to be playing small in this lifetime. All right, that's your message. Okay, how am I going for time? Because I've got another class running soon. I've got my 9-month tarot group who are up to the wands. We're about to journey with the wands in my tarot training group. Yeah, I'll be talking about their passion to purpose today, talking deeply about that, how we can activate that. Yeah. All the love, Lisa. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a tarot therapist and teacher, and I have a 9-month tarot therapy training, mentoring and training that opens on the 10th of July. And it is for those of you who want to stand out as tarot therapists, moving away from fortune telling into the realm of tarot psychology and tarot therapy. You'll learn 7 different modalities: dream therapy, you'll learn Jungian psychology, counseling 101, what else? Somatic mindfulness, mediumship practices, narrative therapy, tarot psychology. You'll learn about the mythology of all of the cards, plus you'll have me business coaching you from the beginning to the end, supporting you through your own personal and spiritual journey. Your business, your tarot therapy business, is really your very own personal development program that was designed just for you. It's going to challenge you like no other, and it's going to grow you like no other. And your business really, really, I mean, for me personally, it is my whole life. It's how I live my life. It's fully embodied. I want that for you. I'm going to give you everything that I know, everything that I've learned, as much as I can give in that training, so that you walk away skilled up and confident and abundant with tools and abundant with money, so you can make money like I do. I want that for you. There's no point me holding on to this gift and keeping it to myself, hey? What's the point of that? We're not, we're supposed to be here to develop our gifts, to gift it to the people around you. Yeah. So the early bird finishes on the 21st of June, and then it goes up another $500. So there is an easy pay option, and you're welcome to, if you want to discuss another easy pay option, the potential for something a little bit different, message me, because I'm happy to discuss things. Don't be scared to talk to me about it. I'm happy to help out. I've helped out Sonia, actually, given her an alternative easy pay option so she can come and join the course. Sonia's joining us. She's just jumped on. All right, so who am I going to read for now? Who's it going to be? Desiree, I've just put some information here. It's just in the link here for you. Jump in, and if you'd like to message me, if you'd like to talk further, please feel free to do that. I'm happy to chat to you about it. I'm not going to do a sales pitch on you. It's for you if you want to ask me questions and discuss what you're likely to achieve during the course, or and potential payment options. The truth is, right, listen, everyone, the truth is you're going to spend 9 months with me every week. You've got to like me. All right. And I need to like you. So I'm not going to say yes just to anyone to sign up for the course. I don't actually. So, it is in your best interest to contact me and have a chat about it. And if it feels good, let's do it. I'm happy to support you. I want to see you thrive. I want to see women thrive. It's my purpose in this lifetime. It's been my initiation, and I'm here to share that with you. All right, Desiree. Oh, okay, I'm going to read for you as well, Desiree. I clicked on your link, so obviously I'm meant to read for you too. All right, let's read for Desiree. What have we got? And don't be afraid of the course being too advanced. You can come in as a beginner and you can come in as advanced. It doesn't really matter, because it's not tarot reading training. Okay, it's tarot therapy. What you learn in my course, you're not going to learn anywhere else, not unless you've done postgraduate study. Because this is all postgraduate training in the course. It's a really exciting course. Got to kind of move away from the concepts though, and really it's about the reason why it's 9 months. I really want to extend it to 12 months. It's on the cards for me to extend it to 12 months, because really to understand this work, it needs to be embodied. I've got to move slowly through the course, which is why I extended it to 9 months, so that we could have experiential practices in there where you get to practice the therapies with your colleagues in the course, so you can become skilled at it. Anyway, and also do your own personal journey work. Okay, let's pick some cards for Desiree. I've got a couple of cards here for Desiree. Oh, these are heavy cards. So this tells me, don't be scared. This tells me that there's some anxiety there for you, Desiree, some anxiety around your future and being afraid of having, of things not going in your favor. Sometimes this card will come up when there's some guilt around the past, around decisions or conflicts that we've encountered or that we've had to face. And it's affected you. And sometimes we call this the card of catastrophizing. The message around this card is compartmentalizing, that you've got to find a way to compartmentalize this experience and put it in its place, put it where it belongs, so it doesn't become a predictor for your future. What do I mean by that? Sometimes we can create self-fulfilling prophecies where we take an event from the past and we make an assumption that everything in the future is going to be the same as this event, that have the same outcome. And so we start making decisions and taking actions on what we most fear, instead of taking actions and making decisions on what we most want and what we most love. So this card has some kind of mindset, work around it for you, Desiree, that moving away from this place of okay, what do I want and what decisions do I need to make, to have what I want, rather than focusing on what happened in the past and trying to prevent that from happening again. This card is, some of the messaging around this card is that it's a fiction. It's not going to happen again. It won't happen again, not on your watch anyway. This card does suggest there has been some losses, right? I want to pick some other cards for you because it's so heavy. Let me just see what other cards are there for you, Desiree. See if there's something else there for you that I can gift you, so it's not just this heavy stuff. I mean, we can't avoid, right? And that's life. We can't avoid life's challenges, because actually it's those deep initiations that grow us, and our successes don't, the highlight reel is based on the work that we've done in the underworld, the work that we've done on the shit that we've had to be through, had to go through, is what produced those amazing highlights in our lives. Doesn't feel like it at the time that you're going to get anything good out of it when you're going through these difficult challenges, but it grows you significantly. It transforms you, and it's meant to take you closer to yourself. I did a map of mine, not just just recently, and most of my, it's been all throughout my life, but a big significant part of my growth happened in my late 30s and early 40s. That's where it was the most significant. Huge amount of growth, huge amount of shit creek for me. But look what's produced. What came from it is this 6-figure business, right? Yeah. Have you been going through a lot, Desiree? Yeah. Yes, you need support, hey? You need support. Let's see what other card I've got for you. Yeah, it looked like those 2 cards that I picked for you. It looked like you'd experienced a fair bit of loss, and that you're in recovery. What comes after that card, the last card that I showed you just quickly, I just thought, what's the point of sitting on this heavy stuff? I don't want to make it too heavy for you. But what comes after that card is opportunities. You get a helping hand. But you've got to be open to receive as well, Desiree. You've got to choose it for yourself. You've got to say yes to it and choose it for yourself. Sometimes we have to give ourselves permission to say yes to the opportunities. An opportunity will come. It will come, 100%. Okay, let me pick another card for you. Oh, I love this card for you. There we go. I'm so glad I did this. So the other card I've got for you is the World card. And this card represents new chapters, new beginnings, but you are on the precipice of rebirth. This is the card of self-actualization, self-realizations. This is the card of you preparing to start again. And it is a beautiful card. It is your little nudge, or a big nudge, to prepare for a new chapter, to open your mind and your heart to a new chapter. This is the balance of the masculine and the feminine, but this balance hasn't come through an easy ride. It comes through the hardships. I've said this from the beginning of this live, that, most of our growth happens through the difficult times. And so when we see this World card, it really is about you being on the precipice of your rebirth. This is like you, the little fetus in the womb, preparing for this next chapter. I love this card for you because this is about the pearl. There's wisdoms that you've gained from what you've been through that you get to put on your pearl necklace, your necklace of wisdoms that you get to bring now to this next chapter. I want to go back to that first card that I spoke to for you, Desiree, and it was that card, the 9 of Swords, the catastrophizing. You've got to move away from that. It's not going to happen again. You won't make those same mistakes again. That's done. It's final. The chapter's over. Yeah, this is the new beginning. A new beginning for you. It's a great card. Yes. So, I'm going to put a link again in for my free tarot masterclass. Any of you that want to come and jump on that, if you're sitting on the fence about joining my 9-month course, and it's such a rich, powerful course. I'm so proud of it. And you kind of, oops, is that, I'm missing something. That's not correct. Hold on, that link's not going to work. There we go. This one will. Oops. Here's the link. This one will work. There you go. There's my free tarot masterclass. Jump in on that, and I'll take you through the Wands journey. Everything that I teach in my 9-month tarot class, you're not going to learn anywhere else. It's my unique trainings, and I want to set you up with all the right skills, professional practice, ethical practice, to take you to the next level. I want you to grow with me. My clients grow with me. Every time I run this course, it up levels, it upgrades. This year is no different. I've been running this course for 3 years now, And yeah, it's had another upgrade. You get to keep all of the content in my 9-month training course. You get to have it for life. It's yours for life. And then you have an opportunity after you finish the course to join our graduate training. And the graduate training is really inexpensive, but it's to keep your finger in the pot, where you get to have monthly supervision with me. But you cannot join the graduate training without doing the 9-month training. And so that keeps you working with me in a way that enables you to keep your practice on point. And you can come in if there's been some interesting clients that you need some support with and some discussion with. We can talk about it in our supervision sessions. Here, currently, there is nothing out there like this, what I've got on offer. There's nothing out there like this. You're not going to get supervision from a tarot readout in the community. I'd be fucking scared to get supervision from a tarot reader out in the community. Yeah. You get to work with somebody who's a professional in the field. Me. Been doing this for a long time. And then I also have, academic training as well. It's both. You need both. You need both. You do need both. And I'm going to give you both. You're going to get both to have you stand out in the sea of fortune tellers as a professional tarot therapist, being able to use that trademark name, which will be a registered name that you will get to use, that you get to own through doing my course. No one else will be allowed to use it. They can't. It's against the law. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Joy's asking a question. Will I move to Queensland? Would love a card, please. My question to you is, do you want to move to Queensland? Answer that question for me first. Do you want to move to Queensland, and how much do you want it? Because some of the misconceptions around tarot is that people go into a tarot reading session and they hand their power over to the reader and they say, can you give me permission to move somewhere? Can you tell me if no worries, Julie, all the love. Oh, it's 50-50. Well, if it's 50-50, Joy, it's unclear. And so if it's an I don't know, it's still a no. If it's an I don't know, it's a no. And until you know, it's still a no. And that might sound like a throwaway comment, but it's not. It's not meant in that way. One of the gifts of doing tarot therapy is that, or working with a tarot therapist, is they're not going to take your power away from you. That they want you to empower yourself to become a creator of your experience, so that you get to make aligned decisions and take action on what you want. And it might be that some of the work around this for you, Joy, it might be that you have to start doing some inner work around getting clear about what you want and your motivations for going to Queensland. Why? How come? What's the motivation? What's the drive? Is that true to who you are? Are you choosing this out of fear, or are you choosing this out of love? Are you choosing it to run away from something, or are you choosing this because it's, you want a brand new chapter? You want to be asking yourself some of these questions. With a gifted reader, they would be asking these questions in a session with you, and then looking at the cards to help you make some conclusions around that, so that you walk away with real helpful insights in a collaborative way. Because to be honest, you are the expert of your experience, not me. You're the expert. It's not the tarot reader or the tarot therapist that's the star of the show. It's you. It's you. So, okay, so you said, I'm leaning more towards Queensland, my husband's job. So your husband has a job. He's been offered a job in Queensland. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, so you want to be looking at why you're leaning towards that. How come? What's in it for you? I'll pick some cards for you now to help. Maybe perhaps these cards will give you some more clarity around that. Okay, so this tells me that there is a job offer and there's a potential job offer, but also you've been called, look, there's a potential job offer there, okay? And so whenever this card comes up, I usually say to my clients, say yes to the offer. Don't knock it back, just say yes. But the challenge, you are going to be challenged, and to prepare yourself that there'll be a challenge, but it's a good challenge. What happens after this card? What happens? Dadlius, this is his name here, is Dadlius. He gets offered this opportunity and he says yes to it. And what he discovers is his second career. He discovers something really amazing. And because of that, he generates wealth and he builds knowledge. And so you can sit with what you've always done and stay there and be in comfort, or you could challenge yourself and say yes to this next offer. The other card that I've got for you is the Three of Cups. And this is about celebrations, people coming together. All is not as it seems, though. So don't be deceived. Don't try not to romanticize things too much. What comes after this card is a few reality checks. But it is a positive card in the sense this is a celebration, people coming together. It's a community. It feels good. It's lovely. It's, falling in love. It feels great. It's a beautiful, it feels good, but it's also somewhat of a fantasy that can't be sustained either. So I guess the question that you want to ask yourself then is are you prepared to start again? It might be exciting in the beginning, but it's going to require you to do some personal work, later on down the track. It's going to require, it's not going to be all shiny, all roses and shiny forever. But things, you're going to still have to deal with life, despite whether you live there or whether you live here. All right? That is your message. You're still in Wagga Wagga at the moment. Yeah. Well, I guess the question that you want to ask yourself, so, you've got an opportunity there's a job offer that if you wanted to, family being together more. Yeah, I can't make the decision for you, but I feel that whenever I see that 7, I feel it's a yes. I feel it's a yes card, but you've got to do what's right for you, and you've got to ask yourself those questions and what matters, what deeply matters to you. It'll be a good opportunity. It will be a good opportunity. And so, why not? But don't take off the rose tinted glasses, because it's still going to be challenging. You're still going to be challenged. Yeah. It'll be challenging. But great, everybody coming together, a community of people coming together, the family being together. Yeah. All right, I'm about to put closure on this. So I'm sending everybody all the love. I hope you have a beautiful day. I've got my amazing 9-month tarot course. And if you'd like to grow with me and evolve with me and step powerfully into your spiritual and personal growth and do some therapy and also learn how to become a tarot therapist and have all those modalities in place and earn money doing what you love and have me business coaching you 9 months every week. It'll be so beautiful. I've had amazing reviews from the course. You can go and have a look on my webpage and read all the reviews. And here it is. I think this is it. No, that's my free tarot. Let me put the course in there. There's only 4 seats left. There's only 4 seats left for my tarot therapy training. So if it's yours, jump in before the early bird finishes, because it will finish on the 21st of June. The early bird's done. You and me every week. So if you need a different payment plan, message me and I can sort that out for you too. All right, all the love, everyone. Sending you all the blessings for a beautiful weekend. Thanks for supporting me and showing up today. Have a great weekend. Take care, everyone.